And here we go. Countdown to Game 2 on Derelict Watcher Tournament Edition. SMGJtek, 1 game up against Wolfbrother. I want to see Wolfbrother do another build. I want to see this pocket build that he has waiting that isn't the same build.
I mean, that's a strong build. Definitely needs a lot more Marauders in it, especially since the Protoss did go very Stalker heavy.
And how many Colossus did he have at the first engage?
He had 2, which is enough to just destroy through Marines. But we have, in the bottom left, the Red Terran Wolfbrother.
And in the top right-hand position, we have the blue Protoss SMGJtek.
But yeah, really, it was just Colossus destroying Marines and they weren't really being targeted down, so the Stalkers, which was really weird because there was a lot of Stalkers, so the Stalkers were actually tanking for the Colossus instead of the normal Zealot. So I feel like if he had a lot more Marauders, he would have either been able to target down those Colossus easier or kind of rip through those Stalker front line to get to that juicy Colossus layer.
What do you think of this early scout from Protoss? Very early scout.
It's a scout after the pylon. Some Protoss like to do that. I don't think it's really indicative of anything. Gateway is going down back home. I mean, there's not much he could really have done if, there's nothing really sneaky to do, I suppose, after you put down the pylon. The only thing you could really do is maybe put down another pylon and get a forge or something, but he's actually just going to harass this
and he's going to stop
SCV.
the build. He's going to stop the building on that barracks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too long. It's fine.
First gas being taken by SMGJtek.
Yeah, so a much earlier gas this time from SMG, so we're going to see a different build out of him. Is he going to come in and kill this low? Yeah, go for that guy. He's actually going to get this SCV. Oh no, he's repairing, but he's got to attack it. He's got to attack it.
He's almost got it, almost got it.
Oh,
and
no,
he's going for it!
Yeah, it's going to die.
And first blood.
First blood his head, yes. That's annoying. He had the right idea, but I guess he just needed to have one thing attack it while repairing.
And
he's going to immediately take the expand right here, so he's not too off track right now. Going to scare away this probe, take his command center. Oh, but the probe's actually going to block it with the pylon, which is not actually does anything. The Terran disc ability, yeah, there he goes. The pylon block accomplishes very, very little.
Aww.
Against a Zerg, that might have been a lot funnier, I suppose. In fact, I don't even think it's worth that 25 minerals.
I don't think it's very funny to a Zerg. It's very serious business.
I see.
But I think it was
4
just for the
workers
mana.
on the gas back at the Protoss base. Hopefully he notices that soon. He is only on 1 base. He has no forward pylon. Yeah, maybe this... Well, there's the forward. There's a pylon going down. I was expecting maybe he would put down a starport somewhere, but he's not checking or anything, so he's gonna throw down the expand right around now. He has a probe selected. Nope.
And then he has a forward pylon going up right in the front right in the front of
Yeah, that's a little bit too obvious of a
yes,
spot.
way too obvious.
But still no expand going down, and a Stargate. But this Stargate is way late, and Wolfbrother smells that something's up because there is no expand. If I was in his position, I'd be thinking, "Oh man, it's a proxy Oracle build," but it was actually just a very, very late Stargate, so he has nothing to worry about. Gonna go ahead and put his command center in the right spot. No, he's gonna rally his command center to his minerals. There we go. If only that command center could just collect the minerals himself. Span finally going down for the Protoss.
And NG Bay coming down for Wolfbrother, and he's about to take these 2 gases.
Another forward pylon down there. Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to take the 2 gases unless he plans on just making barracks this whole game.
Oracle being...
Yeah, see, this is why I like the Reaper. So right now, Wolfbrother has really no clue what's going on. Because he went in there, what does he see? He sees the double gas, a gateway. I don't know if he counted the gas when he got in, and he saw no expand. He still doesn't even know the expand is down, actually. So a Reaper is just running there, see what's going on. He hasn't even checked any of the proxy locations, so he's living on the edge here. It is an Oracle, but it's a late Oracle from the base. He should have plenty of time to react. Turret's actually going down.
Yeah, turret's actually going down. Smell something's up.
Well, he just figured the guy's teching, and it's always good to get the turrets because what are the two things he's gonna do? He's gonna do that proxy Oracle or that DT.
Yeah.
In fact, did he see this Oracle that was already down here? It hasn't gone in yet. I mean, that could still do a lot of damage based on his reaction time. That turret is not in a very optimal spot. I usually like to see where that supply depot is. That's where the turret should go, or even on the inside of those mineral line. It doesn't really mess with the pathing of those SCVs, and it really does cover the full mineral line. Now we're gonna have two Oracles meet up.
And
they're gonna go in
production.
I don't know much about this Void Ray. That's not gonna be very strong against the Terran composition. But here come the Oracles. Oh, running into the turrets. He is not reacting though. There we go. He finally pulls, but he's not pulling towards the turret. Marine's gonna come in. Oh, actually, run.
Oh.
I mean, oh why? No, he's running the wrong way. Run towards the turret. He's just running back to his main. Yeah, you just could kind of run towards that turret, circle around it, make those Oracles get out of there. They didn't actually do that much damage. Actually, 6 and 5, so 11. How many of those were workers, though? Oh, actually, they were
it was
all.
9 worker kills and then 1... 9
so
worker
that's actually...
kills? Yeah.
I mean, for 2 Oracles, though, we'll see if he makes good use of them later in the game. I mean, all he really did was even out the worker count because he got his expand so late, but, with the mules, the Terran is looking pretty good. I mean, yeah, this massing of Marines, so he's really just going his same build.
Same build.
What is that? Upgrades. I forgot his upgrades. They are not going. Oracle coming in, but...
Takes out 3 SCVs and a mule.
So, nice job on that Oracle. Kind of just being harassy right now. Massing those Marines.
He loves to do it.
But I mean, against the composition that the Protoss has now, it's actually going to work out pretty well. Because those Marines will... I mean, if they target down the Oracles correctly, they just got to get rid of them really quick, because those are really the only things that are going to do a lot of damage. So here comes the Protoss looking to move in. And we'll see. Oh, the Oracle's going in first, so they're going to get targeted down
they just
right
got
away.
taken out. But...
Stalker's actually gonna power through it. He just had a bigger army. And because Wolfbrother likes to go this
straight
heavy Marine build, I really need to see more. I really like to see more Marauders out of him. I mean, he's still making these Marines. He's got the minerals and the gas for the Marauder, and he really needs it against this composition. Now the Zealot's streaming in, so we can see if he got good stutter step. He lost all those workers though, so he is way behind even if he holds the south.
And both players having an excess of money. Protoss having 1,500 in the bank, and Terran having about, well, now he's spending it, but about 600 minerals.
Yeah, four gateways going down to Protoss. Protoss has not actually been building probes, so even though he's killed 25 workers, the Terran is still actually not that behind. Only 7 workers behind. Factor in the mules, factor in the chrono boost. He is not that bad off. So another push coming in.
The coup de grace.
Stim is done. We want to see that stim. Here comes the stim. Zealots are actually going to melt in the front line. Targeting down the medevac, but now with the medevacs out on the field, like I said before, those medevacs really increase the potency of that bio army.
And Protoss going all the way home, losing his forward pylon, his first forward pylon. And so what will Protoss do now? What is this transition? Will he continue to go this Void Ray Void Ray Gateway composition?
I mean, he's going Gateway and he's getting his Robo.
No, he's getting his 1 Robo.
I'd like to see him drop down the 3rd, or he should have been dropping down the 3rd, but now the Terran actually catching up in production. Just overall better macro has got him back in this game. He has more workers than the Protoss, so I don't know if the Protoss. I mean, he didn't cut the probes on purpose because he did build that amass. So that's one of the things that you gotta remember, and just never stop building those probes even when attacking. Now the Marauder's coming out. Concussive Shell online. Combat Shield almost done. It's gonna finish with that +1. Another NG bay. Oh no, the armory getting thrown down, and another NG bay. So he will start the double upgrades soon.
And that third command center is coming down. He probably could have took it in the third location, but being careful, can take it in the natural.
Yeah, there's. I mean, as Terran, there's no reason to ever just take it in the third location unless you're on the offensive and you have nothing to worry about. He doesn't know where the pylons are. He should go ahead and check pylons in that area before pushing out, but he's just gonna go for it. +1 done. Again, +1 attack for the Protoss. But
and Blink coming in on the Twilight Council.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know about this. Stalker heavy. This MM ball does hurt the Stalkers. There are a good number of Zealots, but they are not charge lots. Stim coming in. He's running up the ramp. There is no Mothership Core in position or at all, really. So he's just gonna force field off. Round of Zealots being warped in. Terran upgrading his +1 armor. Can't get his +1 attack. Gonna take his third behind this. He should check that third location of the Protoss if he hasn't yet. He has not. He should go walk up in there, make sure this Protoss does not have a third.
And the Terran getting his getting his command center to the third location. And the Protoss army pokes out a minute and goes back up the ramp. Or actually, just getting the Zealots out. Moving forward, Stim comes down.
Yeah, and this is just going to be a slaughter. This Terran army is going to be a lot stronger with those 6 medevacs now. Yep, they're just eating through it.
Melting.
No AoE damage coming out for the Protoss. And again, he didn't have to take that engage. He should have just waited, fought up the ramp, but forced the Terran to fight up the ramp. And try to get those legs out. Blink coming down, but the blink is not going to be very useful in this situation. You usually want that blink. Oh, the Colossus is coming out, though.
He should be able to hold it.
Fields, so he will hold this. Meanwhile, the Terran is getting up his third. I like this little farm of supply depots, nicely packed on. I was like, oh my god, he's building a bunch of command centers over in his base. Nope, it's just a nice solid block of supply depots.
That's some good sim, Wolfbrother. Good sim.
Working on his upgrades. So we are +2 coming down for the Protoss 2-2, or what is it? 2-2, kind of offset by half, coming down for the Terran.
And here comes the engage with Stim.
Running up again. I mean, there we go. He's targeting his own pylon. A misclick there. But I feel that it probably didn't really matter. Zealot's coming in to try to strip damage for this Colossus. The Colossus is going to get away. A second one coming in, but I think the Terran should be able to clean this one up. Just target down this command center. Nope, just going to walk right into
the ramp.
A little less optimal. He actually cannot get to that because he's trying to walk up there. So good micro on this Protoss and good warping in, trying to block. But here comes a little... Oh, they're all going for him. Okay, here they go. That Colossus still doing work in the back.
9 kills with that Colossus.
Yes, but all the probes coming to die in that stream of Terran units coming across the map right now. This Colossus will now fall. And that's looking like good game. 168 supply to 30.
What I love is how Wolfbrother got his third saturated on minerals only, not gas, but still getting that third. He has a lot of money right now, but again, that's production money. Losing, like just funneling it in as if he was going to lose it. And we have the GG from SMGJtek. Wolfbrother takes game 2.
Yeah, I feel the Protoss. I think he just stopped building probes, and he only created 40 workers that game to the 95. So I don't know if that was an all-in play. It didn't feel like it had to be because he did have that, thousands of minerals banked up there.
At that first push with the Void Ray?
No, yeah. I mean, well, after that, after that first push, he had killed 25 workers. He forced the whole pull of the natural, but he didn't build any workers himself during that time. If you look at the workers active, you could actually see that he actually completely stopped building workers, and that's just something you cannot do.
Period.
I feel that was, I mean, until you get around that 3 base saturated limit of that 70 to 80, maybe near the 90s if you're Zerg.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what he was opening with. I mean, the oracles were way late, and he didn't get his natural as quickly as he should have.
But I mean, even with all that, he did so much damage.
No, that is true.
He did the damage he needed to do. His build, whether it was late or whatever, he did the damage. The cannon wasn't, the turret wasn't really in the right spot. He killed off he forced the pull of the natural. I feel it was just purely the macro of the worker building that lost the Protoss that game.
Wow.
He should have had, he should have had his third going down and those gateways out. So.
Man, how's chat doing? Let's see this chat. What's up with this chat? Oh, wow. There's quite a few people. You're there. I see Mithers. Hey, Catwhale. Hey, Dentaro. Wait a minute. What is Dentaro saying?
Hey, Jigasarathim.
If anyone is a part of League of Starcraft in Chicago and they're watching the stream, please send me your replays so me and Mesha can cast them. It would mean heaps. Some of you have already sent me your week 1 and week 2, but if you haven't sent those, please send them. Give all players a chance to watch each other's games, understand each other's builds, create sort of a meta. Because really, Wolfbrother has a great meta right now. Everyone knows he goes 2 base Marines with a certain timing can work that to your advantage, or.
And I want to see what if SMGJtek has realized that it's just a lot of Marines.
No, he should. I mean, I don't know why he hasn't. If he hasn't watched the cast I did prior on my channel, my YouTube channel, he could be up to par with it.
Yeah, I mean. If you know what your opponent's doing, just sit in your base and make High Templar.
And will the Protoss in the 6 o'clock position make those High Templar? And he is SMGJtek.
To counter the Marines of Wolfbrother in the 12 o'clock position playing the Red Terran.
Woo woo. I mean, we're definitely going to see the same build out of Wolfbrother. I'm absolutely certain.
Yeah, it seems to be his bread and butter. And, at that level of play, that's just fine. I mean, was he the silver player or is he the gold player?
He's the gold player.
Okay. Yeah, so usually, I mean, when I was at that level, I just had one build, the 3 racks all-in build, and you just do it over and over again, you get better and better, and then you start adding in those off elements one at a time, start adding in those Vikings, start adding in those Ghosts. Get the Marauders earlier. So it is definitely a viable strategy in terms of improving yourself. In a tournament situation, it's probably not going to work out very well for you if players are being conscious of, hey, what's my opponent doing? If they go watch that replay, or if they kind of analyze, I've seen this guy play twice, what is he going to do the third time? Well, if he did the same stuff twice, what's he going to do the third time? It's probably going to be really similar. And then you could do stuff to throw him off his game. Like, send a first Stalker out, do the Zealot, Stalker, Mothership Core, and throw them at him. Throw him off his game.
That would be interesting on this map.
Yeah, so usually Terran, so he's also been taking his ramp, which I do actually, too, but I feel against Protoss, it's not really safe to do that because of that Mothership Core, and those Stalkers could just easily pick off those supply depots, but I guess a lot of times Terran will go a Reaper to try to be like, well, if you come across this map and attack me, I'm gonna go with the Reaper and attack you. It kind of stalemates out like that. Early expand going down for the Protoss this time. 1 gate expand before the first gas, and the SCB out there chilling wants to put down this
beautiful new 2013 command center. Way better than the 2012 from what I'm told.
They upgraded their satellite dish.
Gets all the nudie channels.
Out in space.
There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, anyway. I wonder, is it like, do they get like Zerg TV too? Oh, ooh. SCV!
Oh.
Got surrounded and killed off.
First blood, 3rd game in a row.
Meanwhile, this probe just kind of over here looking at this wall. He's been put in timeout. It's like, I want to scout the Terran, but I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, I think those are sewage tanks right there from the barracks, just chilling. Probably likes the odor.
He's getting a little waft of that.
Of that loaf.
Terran should be throwing down his double gas right now. I know he does it a little later, actually, doesn't he? He does it on 3.
He does it when his 3rd one's like just about done or finished.
But you mean so right now what he has 300 minerals. There's no reason to be keeping them. There he goes. He's throwing them down now. So actually earlier this time, yeah, there's no reason to be stockpiling the minerals like that when he's not. He doesn't have the gas to be like, oh, I need to get that factory down when it's done. I mean, all these buildings, 50 mineral SCVs and 50 mineral Marines. So getting those gases as soon as you can at that 150 mineral mark will allow him to, jumpstart his tech a lot faster.
With this particular build, when would you get your gas?
If I were to go the gasless expand, as soon as the command center is done.
Warp gate just about finishing. And that observer about to pop out. And getting that robotic support bay. I think he's keen to Wolfbrother's Marine play, and he's going for that early Colossus. Or faster Colossus tech instead of waiting. Or even going Stargate like he did in the last game.
Yeah, so best players is gonna build up their Stalkers. We're gonna see the Stalkers and Colossus, and probably gonna see a bunch of Marines. So no one deviating too much from early gameplay.
What did you have for lunch today?
What did I have? Pizza. They brought in pizza into the office. It was amazing.
That sounds really good.
So do you have Colossus coming out? What did you have?
I had taquitos, dill Lay's potato chips, calabasitas, and some chicken fajita casserole stuff.
That's like 3 different meals.
I know, but it's like over the course of like my snacking periods as well as my eating period. I had a kind of a rough day today. I worked on this illustration for a long time, and I like was working on it for like an hour between saving it, and then my computer crashed, and I lost like an hour of work. It was so horrible.
Second Colossus coming out, so we're just gonna see. I'm guessing 3-4 Colossus and destroy these Marines. He sees the Marines there. Terran is actually supply blocked. Oh, no, supply is going to finish down right now. Oh, what did he scan? Where did he scan? Did he see that Colossus? Did he see that Colossus?
He definitely sees the extend thermal lance researching.
He does. And I think he actually saw the Colossus. I'd really like to see him switch to Viking on these next 2.
Well, here comes that starport. What's that coming out of the starport now? I just see medevacs.
Oh, he is throwing down another starport. So we should see 2 Vikings coming out of this starport after these 2 medevacs. Medevacs are good. The medevacs are going to be fine. Want to see 2 Vikings. He has it selected. Oh, he doesn't have minerals. Where do those minerals go to? Nope, 2 more medevacs. This
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean,
Protoss is going to push out with those 3 Colossus.
how many Vikings should he have against 3 Colossus? Like 7?
At least 10, 15. And what's he going to get after these next 2? Combat shield is done. Medevacs done. +1 is done, but where are my Vikings? Ah, there's a Viking. But it might be a little too late. But there's nothing really to tank for these Colossus. I mean, he did it last time with the Stalkers.
Yeah, without that Zealot wall up front, it's very hard to keep all that alive.
Without the Marauder, without a substantial Marauder count, you know, the Colossus will kill before the Marines do.
And they're gonna
but the
meet.
Terrans gonna come out, and they're gonna meet.
Bad engage on the low
way
ground.
bad engagement. Oh god. But he's not talking down the Colossus. He could really run forward and pick some of these up, but he is getting through that stalker line. Hopefully he's got a couple more. He's got the Viking out. He is pumping out Vikings. He's got 2 more Vikings on the way. Another medevac, but this might again be a little too late here. Marauder's coming out. He's gonna have to pull these workers. That 1 Viking. He's gonna get picked off.
Lone Viking, and then 1 more. Or is there 2 more coming in? No, just 1. Target firing the CC. Losing it.
SCVs are coming in. The CC is down. Yeah, target fire on those Vikings. This is game. Yeah, I mean, the Colossus just beat that pure Marine, and there's not much more to say about it.
And both these players had an extraordinary bank at the end.
Yeah. So, yeah, he scanned, and then he started getting the Vikings. I don't maybe didn't realize how many Colossus he had already, so he didn't sense the urgency. But yeah, I usually want to scan at that 6 to 7 minute mark. Use that scan into the Protoss base to see if it is indeed going to be Mass Colossus. Now he should be able to actually throw this back with his Vikings. But losing that CC way behind half the supply, 50 to 100, and a huge bank that the Protoss has, he could start taking more bases. He's macroing up now. But yeah, again, or even if you don't have the Vikings, having a lot more Marauders to tank a lot easier, and also rip through that Stalker line and get to that, because the best tanks for the Colossus by far. You really want that
against Bio for sure.
Yeah, you really want that Zealot line. 1 Colossus going down, but yeah,
He's got to keep those Vikings alive, but unfortunately they will get picked off by these Stalkers.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time at this point. There it comes, the GG.
SMGJtek taking this series. GG players.